And welcome back. Northstar here. Another Popup Dungeon Let's Play. I apologize, hit the start button and actually used Divine Fervor here before I remembered I had not yet hit the start recording button, so used one ability, Hrothgar, who was first in the turn order. Now doing tactical flexibility. I was lost in thoughts about how I'm gonna deal with the abusive, nasty individual at a local social security office, and if it comes down to having to do an appealing decision, just first it's an informal hearing, but then if it comes down to a court case, unfortunately there's a lot of judges in this area who are deeply elitist and hate people who are poor or disabled, and you can't just say that to like a judge's face, but how do you and make it clear he's a very hard-working person, extremely ambitious, and I became disabled with long COVID just shy of entering an MD program, and it's not my fault. Like, this is a virus that did this to me, and one that, you know, people thought of as being like the flu, and it is, at least in this sense, it's transmitted by like coughs, sneezes. It's not like I did something risky. It's not something that's transmitted through like drug use or anything. No, long COVID is from a virus that someone coughs on you and you end up disabled for the rest of your life. That's not my fault. I was lost in thoughts about
we are pilgrims in an unholy
if I got one of those elitist judges, how would I make it clear to them that I should not be the subject of their bias? I can't call out their bias, or they'd probably try and hold me contempt or some nonsense. Even if it's supposed to be more of an informal judiciary thing, I'm sure they would abuse their power.
Warm your hands by the fire.
And how I would justify talking about these parts of my past, because the person would probably be like, why are you talking about this, sir? And I'd be like, I thought these things would be about how I end up, well, would be relevant to your consideration. I guess I just have like, oh, it's person probably nastily, oh, it's not. Say something like that. At which point I could be like, oh, well, I apologize for being mistaken. I don't know. It's hard to deal with these people. They're power mad, some of them. We have an increasing authoritarian society, and the judiciary is already full of nasty authoritarian people.
These
Conservatives make sure that where judges get elected, that those such people are elected, and when they're not elected, very often that the appointees end up being people who have biases against the poor and such, especially ones who oversee disability cases, because they want to keep spending down. It's the kind of society we live in the United States. It's probably unnecessary. That rock will get taken down, but whatever.
The elements do my bidding.
You're not gonna like this. Up. Can't use any buffs on himself, can't close enough to... Guess he holds back and waits.
Where are you going with such a plump pouch? I expect a favor.
Go here and then shelf up hard to reach him, actually, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Election time.
I'm sure some of you hate me saying stuff, but I mean, well, you don't know where I live, and you don't know what some of the people are around like around here. I actually had a judge as a merit badge counselor when when I was a Boy Scout, and she was deeply elitist and just a nasty person against like the poor and stuff. Even though she, at that time, obviously didn't have me pegged as such, because it could be considered to at least ostensibly look like middle class. Well, mine was very tight. I guess it was house poor growing up. Yeah, I got the sense she was far from an isolated case of being someone who just despised the poor. And this is someone I got to know pretty well over a considerable period of time, so I'm not just speaking on mass when I say she was deeply elitist. And I think it's a marker of more systemic problems.
When am I getting grandchildren?
I don't know. No one here is in position to give you them, Granny. She said, when am I getting grandchildren? The character. Calling Granny isn't like you might call a random old person a Granny.
Slow and steady wins the race. Without cruelty, there is no festival.
It's a figure of speech.
Has his weak spot.
Yeah, I forget how nasty these things are with
Oh, bless your heart.
moving the buffs, the shields. Yeah, they could take down.
Encyclopedias don't win wars.
Probably not Hrothgar, but maybe.
Put your faith in the light.
You never know.
Chapter 1. Forward. Without cruelty, there is no festival.
At least they're using their abilities in the right order.
Has his weak spot.
Oof. There's Brock. Okay. Darn it.
It is easy to be break off your hand.
Here, buy yourself some dango.
Once more onto the encyclopedias don't win wars.
By the way, I've heard the Shelved talk enough. He was saying it's easy to be brave from a safe distance. But he almost never
I
finishes
do
the
not
sentence
seek glory.
when moving or before using ability. Well, the book. Books don't really have gender, but it has a male voice.
Our cause is true.
With all the distance I kept, then Shelved moved pretty far. That's all the distance I have to move to engage. Or Hrothgar has to move, anyhow.
I walk through the valley. Here!
Here you are, dear heart.
Does some fire damage. Voice strike.
Here!
Not enough to kill that. And Shelved, though.
My path is righteous. I will fear no evil.
So just get dispelled, actually, won't it? But if it redacts on him, he'll keep the shielding.
Warm your hands by the fire, friend.
And the haste with it.
Our cause is true. I bring the flame.
Actually, we'll go here so you can use Divine Heal on Hrothgar. Since that's not on cooldown. Cool.
Who needs saving?
I gave Brock what I promised, but it was a waste because it just got redacted away. Why did I forget that they redact? I did forget it wasn't just, Let's see. I see an unshelved there, an unshelved there. There's only 2 of them, so... This is dazed. Just a turn. Yeah. I don't know if crit chance affects any of those things. Probably not, actually. Jane stay in place and build a baby,
There's a
though.
storm on the horizon.
Action points, in case it wasn't clear what I meant baby.
This will aid you.
Aid. Shoot, that'll just get redacted away. That was dumb. Really dumb. I should give it to Ulrich, maybe, or Wise Woman. But probably moving forward. Oh, you can ignite the
I
book,
wonder
though.
if I'm lost.
To the abyss, Redir.
Useful. Book burns up, but it won't. Steal that physical power, I guess.
Oi, Timmy.
Oh. It's not beside anymore. This would be way more effective. If,
Time to hit the machi.
I don't really need
I gotta
one charge.
Oi, Timmy. Everyone's got a price. Election
Cool.
time. I'll put this on your tab.
I'll steal the physical power, though. And mug the book.
From his nostril streamed his last weak breath.
And it drops a book as loot. Was that book an Inquisitor manual all along? Hmm. Phenomenal bat power, so... Oh, another... I can use that there? Oof. Shoot. How much haste does it have? 312. Darn it. Oh well. Still cat scratch it. Nope. Just gonna jump over it, but blind charged. Darn it. It's out of that ability at least. A little easier for him to move behind. Oh, wait, oops. Huh. Cool.
Irashaimase.
Lowering defenses wouldn't be terrible.
Hi, hi. Oh, you are so good at this game.
Flattery. Take you far.
Gravity has made me short.
Did she get slower? She probably did actually. As the power level's high enough now, she has 1 mobility. Older and wiser, I guess. Oh. Now with the lower defense.
Blow on it fast.
For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee.
Guess I'll move
Time
forward.
has made me wise.
Yurusenai.
Never turn your face from the cold. Put your faith in the light. Redemption is at hand.
Probably here where it's further from the line of the observer.
The light will guide me.
Make it go up here.
Stay close.
Except if the thing just moves 1 forward. I
The
think.
light will guide me.
Yeah, that won't trigger mine line. Now he's in
I
position
do not seek glory.
already.
I give you my heart. My path is righteous. Be at peace. Go back to the shadow. Here.
So I can siphon AP either way. Should probably close to melee now.
I bring the flame.
Voice strike gets harder.
pain? Yes, more pain.
This
The light will guide me.
guess poke this thing in the eye. Why not?
Here.
It's got deficient front defense, but not very deficient. Why is it so hard to damage?
The darkness will not rise. You had any movement left over and turn away. Maybe we should have commented that, because it's got awful bat power. Oh well. Not looking at an observer helps a lot. Tread lightly. Feel free to die. I'll resurrect you.
Never look a gift horse in the mouth.
It's just a flesh wound.
Where is my hat?
Probably should have do the attack first. This power would have made Sanctify more powerful. Oh well. I'll just get the wise ones.
I wield the elements in your favor.
Easton speed. She's so. I don't think Mana Line will kill the cat. Nope. Especially not when it hits flank and not front. Turn away
When
from
am I
Beholder.
getting grandchildren?
And
Will you help an old woman cross the road?
Granny here will inch
Okay.
forward. I doubt she'll get there on time anyways.
My presence has a price.
My soul is prepared.
Darn it.
We are pilgrims in an unholy land.
Yeah, I should have left him with 2 AP for Divine Heal. What was I thinking? Of course, with that amount of damage, it would have just been a waste. Play observer.
Stay close.
That's some trigger him on the line, did it? Because he's already too close.
A divine favor.
East. East for the win.
Warm your hands by the fire, friend.
Holy strike, the stupid thing. It's got a deficient front defense. So this is the right place to fit from. And a Spirit Strike, because he's out of AP.
These elven eyes have seen much suffering.
Best if he stays still so it doesn't attack him when he moves. Alright.
Come with me if you want to live.
Kill this and get out of the line of sight. Observer.
There's a storm on the horizon.
Yes. Oh, this will finish it. Scratch across the eye.
Ah, the warmth of victory.
Men looking for this. So this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about.
Inquisitions
Men
lets
looking
them
for this.
redact. Huh. Inquisitor's mails. That could be useful if he ever goes to one-handed weapon. Although
So this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about.
this is far more powerful in Hrothgar's hands. Mainly uses on enemies. I don't know much buff points they'd have, but
More. So this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about.
I think items are lower level when one of your companions slays an enemy. The loot's worse. Have to remember that. Fairly sure it
Men
is.
looking for this. More firepower.
That is.
So this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about. Been looking for this.
Let's honor the dead by putting their...
Allow me.
I will sanctify it with my touch.
Knowledge is power. Could use a new staff to lean upon. I'll keep it safe.
So this is
I'll keep it safe. I could use a new staff to lean upon.
more firepower.
An instrument for justice.
More concerned with making sure Brock is tough. It's kind of an exponential effect, focusing all your upgrades on one character rather than spreading them out. Especially when they're synergistic like that. Book Cook, Skeleton Warrior, another Book Cook. Golem, that's tough. These golems are very hard to kill, especially. Power level isn't what I expected for Galaxy Brain. It's such a high Ascension level, but it just means I'll have to, it's probably a diminishing returns effect. I'll have to set the difficulty curve higher on these extra fights in the future. The difficulty scaling. Manicore isn't super dangerous, as I've learned. This thing does a lot of area of effect stuff. Can be nasty. Skeleton Warrior has tons of haste and front power. So two things to do area of effect. A duelist. A tank, basically. Technically a fighter. Which gets incredible armor pen. Golem is tough as nails, and a Manicore, which is kind of a waste to even bother with.
Effort is the magic of man.
Thankfully, the Golem isn't too mobile. And then no nasty surprises in the Manicore. Just
The elements do my bidding.
pick away with my ranged abilities at enemies as they approach. If I do enough damage to the Golem, I might actually kill it. With fire, it's got no fire resistance, surprisingly. It's weak against spirit and water. We are at 33 minutes, so I'm actually gonna cut this video here, do this next battle in the next video. Viewers, I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves.
I will fear no evil.
May you always find a guidance to lead you home. Until next time, this is Northstar. Adieu. Best wishes.